This is a short video to show you the cold frame that I have. Cold frames are usually used for overwintering plants that you want to keep alive or harvest during the fall, winter, spring, colder months. But it can also be used as a greenhouse, which is what I'm sort of using right now. I have it vented, even though it's pretty cool here today. It's in the upper 40s, low 50s, but with the sun it can heat up pretty quickly inside this cold frame. And obviously you can see it's sloped to the south. I don't know if the angle is so critical, but you do want some depth to it so the plants aren't touching the glass. Right now I have some tomatoes in there, onions. They probably need some fertilizer. They're getting a little yellow, the tomatoes. And a lot of weeds, house plants, some celery, you can't really tell, and some zinnias. Now over the winter I had it just back here, footprint here that covered the Swiss chard, and you can see it did really well. I only have a few plants, I should have had more, but I've been harvesting that and having that for vegetable several nights. It helped keep our celery alive, although I don't really like this variety of celery. And the strawberries sure liked the jump start on it. That strawberry against the wall is a lot bigger than the other strawberries in our bed, although I think they'll be fine. And just in comparison, that Swiss chard that was overwintered in the cold frame to over here, Swiss chard that was not overwintered in the cold frame. It's just barely trying to grow again. Swiss chard. This is kohlrabi that's going to seed. Nothing exciting there. So anyway, and these are walls of water, these plastic green cones that I sort of use as greenhouses here to get plants a head start. Also have some tomatoes in there. We have really cool nights here, so I'll use these through May and even into almost the end of June sometimes, although I'll take them off the plants during the day so they can get pollinated, but our nights are pretty cool here. So I want to share another example of a cold frame that's not mine, but I saw in a magazine recently. It came through my electric cooperative magazine. It's not online yet, so I'm just going to have to videotape this hard copy. But as you can see, someone has submitted a photo of his cold frame, which is at a much steeper angle than mine, but I'm sure it works just fine. And he has I believe he says he has some French doors over it, and you can sort of see there's some vents on the side. He has shelves in there, and it's on a brick paved area, which I'm sure is good for releasing heat at night, and also an advantage over mine is that it doesn't have bugs, or not as many bugs. Like mine has a few bugs, and I did lose a few seedlings this summer just having it placed over the dirt, but it was still pretty good. This person says, "We are avid gardeners, and last year I wanted to plant a cold frame to get things started early. A year or so back we removed a window from our house to install French doors. I built an angled framework from scrap cedar to accept the window and built some siding vents on the sides. Total cost is nothing, except for a few screws. It works great." And I have some more windows that I picked up through FreeCycle, and I'm hoping that we can build something maybe like that as another option for our cold weather or cool weather gardening.